Marcia Hines, so fantastic to meet you.
Thank you.
And I was just telling you just before we started recording how I remember, well, I didn't tell you, I lip synced to your song when I was a little bit younger than I am now.
Yes.
Something's Missing in My Life. And you're here to perform in Velvet, which I've seen the trailer of. Fantastic show.
It is a great show. We're really excited about it. And it's, I mean, to explain to people who don't know, it's based loosely on a club that was in New York called Studio 54. And a young man walks into a club similar to that, and he encounters all these people that are very different to anything he's ever seen. He doesn't know what's going on, and in the interim, he and I kind of cross paths, and I kind of oversee him. His name is Tom Oliver, and I kind of oversee what goes on, but I don't tell him what to do, and he finds himself in the end. It's gorgeous, and the music's great, the costumes are wonderful, you know, and the ensemble's the best, yeah.
Because you've been doing this a little while now.
Mm-hmm. Just under 2 years, yeah.
And so from a personal perspective, what is so great? Is it the fact that it's live?
You're good, yeah, of course. You know, I mean, and the great thing about doing live music is they always say you're only as good as your last gig, so it keeps you really, whoa, you know, it keeps you honest. And so it's live. It's a great thing to see people happy and joyous in the audience and living many memories, because, you know, the show is like the soundtrack to so many people's lives. Whether or not your parents drove you crazy when they had parties and they played this music, or you lived it, as I did. You know, I lived it. Yes.
And I was interested doing a little bit of a look at your bio, and I was really impressed with your courage. At 16, you left America.
Yes.
You came to Australia.
Yes.
You were pregnant, and you were in a stage show. I mean,
yes.
That's a pretty amazing thing to do.
Yes, but most 16-year-olds are bulletproof, as you'd know. So what's to be scared of? Nothing. You know, and I landed an incredible job at 16 years old, you know, and doing hair was the most wonderful show you can imagine, and we were the toast of the country, much less the town, you know. So we did the show, and everybody was very supportive, and Harry and Miller was my, well, basically my dad until I was 21 years old. So, and he took really good care of me and made sure that I needed nothing, but I worked really hard, you know. The thing about Harry is you have to work hard, and then with that, you get respect, and we've got a great relationship even up till today.
Australian Idol, you
yes.
were the judge for seven years.
Loved it.
Yeah, and I was reading again that you had a philosophy of, you know, you weren't interested in being nasty to people. You wanted to share experiences because you were the nice judge.
Yeah, but for the grace of God go I. They just wanted to sing. They just wanted to be singers. And so I kind of think the most important thing about any criticism, make sure it's constructive so that they can take it with them and try and apply it to their lives. You know, mentioning what somebody's wearing has got nothing to do with how well you sang a song. Or, you know, or saying, I don't like that song. Well, it's not really up to you to like that song. You know, how well did that person execute that song? Obviously, to the best of their ability. And they believed in that song when they chose that song. So, you know, I mean, yeah.
And people need encouragement as well.
Absolutely. But I don't suffer fools. You need to know that, you know. I will say what needs to be said, but in a way, like I said, once again, that's constructive. And the reason I'm like that is because I had people like that in my life.
I wanted to ask you one or two philosophical things.
Please.
And, you know, you've obviously had tragedy in your life with
yes.
both your parents and your brother
yes.
dying. And
yes.
I'm wondering, how do you get through that? How do you come through it, particularly when you're in the public eye? How do you deal with grief, I suppose?
That's a very clever question, because people don't seem to, I mean, look, right at this very point in time, unfortunately, somebody's losing their child, their mother, their father, their someone that they hold dear. But it's not written about. And then when you have to deal with mourning publicly, it's hard. So that's why it's so important to have good people around you and a safe place to go to mourn quietly. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, and also, you know, I am a public figure.
Yeah.
So that's all part and parcel of being a public figure, you know. It doesn't make it easier, but, you know, yeah. It's good to have good people around you. That's what I need to say, yeah.
Well, Marcia Hines, so wonderful to meet you.
Thank you. Likewise.